Warning, Corgs Con does not contain any actual corgi dogs. It's kind of sad, really. Well, hello there, real gamers. Retro Rob here, and I am back from Corgs Con in lovely Ohio. It's a 7-hour drive for me, so I'm a little bit worn out still, but it was a great time. I love this size of convention. It's not so small that there's nothing there, but it's not so big that it's just become basically a sales con. There is a very large, merchant area there, but it's all about the video games, and the prices are still pretty reasonable. And, there's just people around talking all the time about video games and just enjoying themselves. It's got a good atmosphere. I like it. No complaints at all. Oh, yeah, and it's got decent parking. Man, convention parking can be horrible, but not this one. It's not bad at all. Anyway. Oh, and the food's not like $10 for like nothing. I paid... I'm not going to name the convention, but I paid I paid like $20 for a sub sandwich, like a small, like stringy sub sandwich at a recent convention, and I was kind of ticked off about it because I'm old, grumpy. Urgh. Swing that. Stop. Get back on topic. CORGSCON, on the other hand, was a great time, and I picked up some really cool stuff that I'm going to show you right now. Before we get going here, these two items I did not get at CORGSCON, but I'm going to mention them real quick since I did get them recently. First one is Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged, and I bought a copy of this for a friend for his birthday, and then I said, well, maybe I should buy myself a copy, so I did, and there's the back of the box. And it says, collect vehicles, including monster trucks, ATVs, and motorcycles, ready to race on interactive off-road surfaces and crazy tracks. This is the original, at least, was a really great game. Very good racing physics and just enjoyable to play. So happy to have this one. Next, we've got Jester. And this came in from Mega Cat Studios, so a big shout out and thank you to Mega Cat for sending this in for me to take a look at. This, of course, is for the Nintendo Entertainment System. And there we go. Don't store it in extreme temperatures. Do not immerse in water. Do or do not. There is no try. Yep. There it is, Jester. All right, let's get started with the stuff that I actually did get at the convention. And the first thing is Hero Land for the Nintendo Switch. And, this is by Xseed. It was $10. I'm not kidding. New, sealed, in a box. Beat that for con prices, right? Anyway, Part-Time Heroes Wanted. Journey to Hero Land, an amazing adventure theme park where anyone can explore dungeons, fight monsters, and become a legendary hero. Except you. You're a tour guide. And I think I've actually played this on the PC before. No, I have not. But for $10 with all the little goodies that come in it, see? I figure, I'll give it a try again. Maybe we'll do a video on that one. We'll see. We shall see. All right. Let's go on to this one. Wolf 3D for the Game Boy Advance. And I don't really buy just cartridges anymore much. But the Game Boy Advance is an exception to that rule. I'm definitely going to do a gameplay on this one. People seem to like the Doom one that I did, and I thought, oh, it'd be kind of fun to see Wolf 3D on here. So that's going to happen eventually. Next, we've got Yar's Revenge for the Game Boy Color by Telegames. We can look on the back. Help Yars, that mutant spacefly warrior, fart. Bite the Quotile Armada in an effort to save his peaceful planet from conquest. And looks really good. I think I've played this like on multi-carts before. And it was pretty cheap. And I love getting boxed Game Boy games because they are not the easiest thing to find. But you got the game, you got the manual. So pretty complete here, and it looks really good. Excited to get that on the one on the shelf. If anybody wants me to do a gameplay on this, I definitely would like to, so let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to do the big thing next.
And this was rather expensive, to be honest. PSP Go, and it's in a box. Oh, wait. It's in a box. Came with, like, its cables, etc. The cable is hooked up to my PC right now. This is a cautionary tale for you. It actually is, it's nice now. But when I first looked at it, I did notice some screen scratches and scratches in the body, but I didn't look at it close enough. And they were very deep. I actually ended up taking off like the top protective layer of the screen, which is not the best thing to do. I'm going to put a screen protector on it. It'll be fine. And it doesn't really do anything quality-wise to the screen. It still looks really good. But it does take some of the protection off of it. But literally, it took me like 2 hours to clear off the scratches. They were super deep and really bad. And now you can see, I don't think you can see a scratch in there at all anymore. So it's in really good shape now. Back, I ended up losing the PSP logo to cleaning it. And it's still, I probably still need to do a little bit more work on the back to get those scratches out. I might replace, I might replace this back cover, just get a new one that has everything intact and it'll look really nice. The other thing is this left button here, this left shoulder button's a little bit wonky, so I had to order a replacement for it. They're really pretty easy to install. In fact, I'm going to do a video on it for sure because I haven't seen a good video on it. So I'll be doing a video on that. It was only like $10 for the parts, but it's going to take a couple weeks to come in and it'll be perfect. So, well, near perfect. But anyway, I'm really happy with this. Unfortunately, in the end, I paid more than I should have for it. But, yeah, it happens.
All right, so real quick, Rob's guide to how not to get hosed on your PSP Go. And by the way, I knew all this stuff before I bought mine, ignored it all when I did. Anyway, things to look for. Number one, the screen. Make sure there's no deep scratches on the screen. It is very common for these to get them because they would fit in people's pockets and they put them alongside their keys and get them all scratched up. Look for dead pixels. That happens. Notice no dead pixels on my screen. At least I looked for that, for crying out loud. The other thing to check for is check for deep scratches right here from where the cover opens and shuts. Light ones, pretty normal. You're almost always going to run into that with an older device, and you can mop those up actually pretty easily. You can polish those out. But if they're super deep, they might indicate a problem or some problem with the alignment of the hood. So keep an eye out for that. Check every stinking button. Find a game that you can play and check every stinking button on this thing. These usually are okay. The ones to watch for are on the top. These shoulder buttons, yeah, I forgot to check mine and I had shoulder button problems. They're easy to fix, but you want to know about them because you can lower the price. The other thing is sometimes volume fails on these. The volume controls fail on these. Not as common as it was with the original PSP. Everything else, I think there's nothing else really that's very specific to it. But again, watch for scratches, watch for dents, look it all over really well. All right, wish I would have done that, but I didn't.
Next, Robotron 2084 for the Atari 7800. This is a weird thing. Anybody know about this? Why'd they do that? They cut the, I'm guessing it was for some kind of rebate or something. Anyway, it's new in box. I got it cheap enough. I've wanted this for the Atari 7800. I like having a box, even if it's slightly imperfect, but you know, it'll look fine on the shelf. You can play this dual stick on the 7800. You can mount two game pads or joysticks in this little tray they make, and you can use the right and left stick. So this is one of the earliest examples of an actual dual stick game that you could play at home. I mean, and actually play it with dual sticks.
Here's the back of the box since I didn't bother to show it to you. And read it. The Robotrons. They're a new breed of robots so advanced they no longer have any use for humans, except as targets for laser blaster practice. It's the year 2084, and if you can't save the human race from this deadly upheaval, there might not be a year 2085.
Yeah, I know, impressive. All right, 2 more things left. Here we go with No Man's Sky for the Nintendo Switch. Paid about $20 for it. I got this because I had no idea. I honestly never even looked for this game. You know why? I never thought the Switch could do it. But there it is. Your universe awaits. Explore, trade, fight, and survive on an epic voyage to the center of a boundless universe where entire galaxies lay waiting to be discovered. Be the first to land on beautiful unknown planets teeming with life. I am super excited to play this on the Switch because I gotta see. There had to have been trades made, so I'm kind of curious on it. Anyway, thoughts on that one. And here we go. You ready for the last thing? And I'm going to do an unboxing for this one. So I don't want to, it's not new, but I want to do an unboxing specifically on this device because I know people love it when I cover these. Anyway, so I'm not doing a real unboxing here. Retro SC single NES compatible machine. And this came in from Japan. The seller had like a bunch of Japanese stuff. And I got it for like $10. Ridiculously low. So, yeah, it's a handheld game system, but it has no screen. Then you plug it into the screen and play games on it. But it also will take Famicom cartridges. So I think that's pretty cool. And you look at the back. I wish I could read it, but I can't. But it looks kind of cool. You know how I love these things. You know, I'm a sucker for this kind of thing. But anyway, there it is, the Retro FC. And I cannot wait. At Retro FC single, I'm assuming there's a double with 2 controllers. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited to do this one. I haven't done one of these in a while. And that wraps it for my 2024 CORGSCON haul. Let me know what your favorite thing is in the comments down below. Also, if there's something you want me to cover first, let me know there as well. I want to thank you very much for watching this. If you found it useful in some way, please do me a big favor. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in a couple days. Bye.